This your boy Oscino Fly back with another review. And this time I was going to do one and separate, but I might as well just combine them both. This is not quick reviews, but this is just two reviews in one. So this is going to be my 2-in-1 review, obviously. Anyway, the two albums that I'm doing is Gucci Mane's Woptober, like I said I was going to do, and Earl Sweatshirt's Feet of Clay. So we're gonna start with Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane, 1017, Brick Squad, Zone 4, East Atlanta. Y'all know Gucci. Gucci been around. Gucci has been through his ups and he's been through his downs. I like where Gucci is right now. I like his mind state. Ever since he came out of jail, he's been a changed man, and I hope he stays on that beaten path, and I hope that directs him from out that beaten path, because man, I like to see where Gucci is right now. He got a much clearer mind. He got a much good vision. He's a good husband to his wife, and he's just doing his thing right now. So shout outs to Gucci. So with that, let's start with Woptober. Woptober is, how can I say, like, I'm pretty sure I've said this before, maybe not on video, but when I used to do reviews on my website, I was not the biggest fan of Gucci until State versus Roger Davis, and then I became a big fan of Gucci. And then ever since then, I kind of been rocking with Gucci songs ever since. And Gucci, one thing about Gucci, he does know how to make hits. He knows how to make club bangers, and he just know, like, people just love Gucci Mane shit. And and what can I say? Gucci Mane got a lot of bangers on here, man. The ones I feel like it stick out to me the most, especially Big Booty Fisher and Megan Thee Stallion. Shout outs to Megan Thee Stallion. Between her and the baby, they probably had the best out of those XXL freshmen. I feel like they've been kind of like utilizing that freshman status to the best. And both, especially Megan. Megan is everywhere. Hot Girl Summer. She started Hot Girl Summer. She's probably gonna start Hot Girl Fall or something like that. Like, she's on a path and she is not slowing down. So, and her on here, she throws a fire ass verse just like I expect her to. She has been nothing but stellar when it comes to these verses, and she's been like been on her shit. So shout outs to Megan Thee Stallion on that. Another one came from scratch, Quavo. I know he, like, him and Migos had that little tiff in there, but it seems like at least got him on a song. I don't know if they're still on speaking terms, but Gucci Mane does his thing on here. Quavo, he sounds nice on here. It's really catchy beat. A lot of this production, and I think Zaytoven does a lot of those productions, it's really catchy, and I really like fucks with this. Lyrically, Gucci is been getting better. I feel like a lot of times, like, when I used to hear Gucci, his cadence, and that was the biggest problem with him. His cadence was like really terrible, I feel like, when he first started out. So now that he has a better cadence, like, everything about him just flows really different, bucking the system. And that's what Kevin Gates. I haven't heard Kevin Gates in a long time, and Kevin Gates still sounds like that gritty, grimy shit that I like to hear from Kevin Gates. So the WAP Long Way Takeoff, I feel like that's going to be a real good song over there. If Big Booty is going to be one, I feel like WAP Long Way Takeoff, that might be another hit. Maybe the one with Quavo too. I feel like a lot of these songs is just like club bangers and radio hits. Well, you know, even songs for the streets, but I feel like he still has, ever since, like, he has that commercial hits, and I think he's figured out that formula. He's been taking it and run with it. So overall, Gucci done put out another good project. Everybody that I've seen listen to Gucci's joint say it's fire, and even me, when I'm listening to it, it's fire to me. So with that being said, I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. It's a real good album. It might make my top 10. I'm still trying to, like, decipher who I'm going to put in that top 10. So I know Gucci might be on it. On to my next review, which is Earl Sweatshirt, Feet of Clay. Earl. What the fuck? Usually I introduce who Earl is. You know, he was part of Our Future. He used to roll with Tyler Creator. Tyler Creator used to say he was lyrically better than Nas. I'm paraphrasing. I might have to go back but I'm pretty sure he said something along those lines where he put lyrically Earl Sweatshirt up there with Nas. And tell you the truth, Earl Sweatshirt, that boy can flow. Like, he's really, especially he's a real poet. So he got that poet vibe with his like real skills, especially when he started talking about raping and like all that immature stuff he's talking about. He's gone a lot of darker. Doris is still one of my favorite projects from him. But lately, I'm not gonna lie, especially lately, I don't know what's been up with Earl. It's just like he's always been weird, and I've said this, he's always been weird. But this album is just epitome of him being weird, which is really disappointing because some of my favorite rappers are weird, but at least they bring that weirdness on the table, and their beats and production will help enhance their weirdness to where it sounds really good, where it sounds really vibing, where you can like the album, especially for someone as lyrical as Earl Sweatshirt. This is a whole lot of what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do with this album. I don't know where he was going with this. Everything sounds like it sounds like a big ass traffic jam. This whole album is a fucking traffic jam. He's not on beat on some of these. He's just really rhyming, and I feel like he just did his words, and then whatever production they just put behind it, you just put it on there. But none of it matches up. One of the most annoying songs on here is East, and it's just like this honking sound. It's like you're at this real weird circus. I don't know where the fuck he was going at, but it sounds like you're at this like haunted circus. He's rhyming on here, but at the same time, it's hard to kind of like decipher. To me, it's hard to decipher what he's saying because it's over these whack ass beats and they're unpolished. He sounds unpolished. He sounds like he don't care. He just sounds like he just did a whole album and just said whatever the fuck came to his mind, and then they just said put it on wax. I don't know. Like, he's always been like an introvert. He's always been weird. So I personally don't understand what was going through it. I feel like this whole album he was just trolling just to make an album. Or it's like someone just pressured to make an album and he was just like, fine, I fucking do it. Overall, don't bother with this album. And this is coming from someone that's a fan of Earl Sweatshirt. Like, when I saw that he was dropping this, on Halloween, I immediately stopped what I was doing just to go listen to this album. And I was highly disappointed by the end of it. So with that said, I'm giving this a 2 out of 10. Don't listen to it. I'm not even going to give you like a favorite song of this. Just don't listen to it. Just don't. Earl, if you ever, for some reason, stumble onto this video, I probably won't ever hear Doris like verses ever again, but if you're gonna put out shit like this, at least make it listenable. At least make it salvageable for like niggas to hear and all that other stuff, because there are people that are fans of yours, and then when they listen to shit like this, they're very highly disappointed. And I don't know if you give a fuck or not, but just at least like, I don't know, something that's not this, in my opinion, just not this. I don't ever want to hear this again, but you're a grown ass man, you do whatever the fuck you want to do. So that's it for my reviews. Let me know what y'all want to hear next. I'm gonna go ahead and put this into edit. Till then, my name is Oscino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.
Fancy ass man wear glove of rings, flying around town in a tub of wings. Found out how to make love to fiends. He mixing that fudge with the drug of dreams. She too teenage to have a drug of choice, but she fuck with that Royce like she love Detroit. She rollin'.
Pharaoh.
Aha!